Before becoming Geralt of Rivia, or donning the cape as Superman, Henry Cavill carved out a surprisingly underappreciated legacy in a historical drama that aired 12 years before The Witcher even existed. That show? The Tudors. But here's where it gets controversial. Most fans of Cavill's blockbuster roles might not realize that his breakout role was actually as Charles Brandon, a key figure in Henry VIII's court, and the show's portrayal of history is, let's say, creative. And this is the part most people miss. The real Charles Brandon didn't marry Henry's sister. The show combined two historical figures into one character. Let's unpack this and why it matters for fans of both history and Hollywood storytelling. For those unfamiliar, The Tudors, 2007 to 2010, is a Showtime series that dramatizes the life of England's most infamous monarch, Henry VIII. Played by Jonathan Rhys-Meyers, Henry is portrayed as a larger-than-life, charismatic tyrant, though, as many historians would argue, the show takes liberties for the sake of drama. Cavill's Charles Brandon is depicted as Henry's closest confidant, a loyal but flawed man who makes a catastrophic mistake, secretly marrying Henry's widowed sister, Princess Margaret Gabrielle Anwar. This sparks a dramatic fallout, with Henry banishing both Margaret and Charles from court before eventually reconciling with them. But the series doesn't stop there. Charles's infidelity, his second marriage to Catherine Willoughby, and his eventual death from illness are all dramatized with cinematic flair. The twist? In reality, Charles Brandon married Henry's other sister, Mary Tudor, not Margaret. The Tudors' decision to merge these two historical figures into one character raises an interesting question. Does dramatization enhance the story, or does it dilute the truth? Now, let's talk about Cavill's post-Tudors career. After 2010, he vanished from the small screen for nearly a decade, until The Witcher reboot brought him back to TV. But in between, he became a Hollywood powerhouse. His Superman roles in Man of Steel and the DC Extended Universe cemented his status as a blockbuster star, while his performances in Mission Impossible Fallout, The Man from U.N.C.L.E., and the Enola Holmes films showcased his versatility. Even his recent cameo as a mustachioed villain in Mission Impossible Fallout, a role that reportedly came with a $3 million price tag, highlights his enduring appeal. Yet, the most polarizing moment came in 2025, when he was replaced by David Corenswet in James Gunn's Superman reboot. Cavill's response? A gracious but pointed message of advice to his successor. Was it a gracious exit, or a sign of Hollywood's fickle nature? So, what's the takeaway? The Tudors might not be history's most accurate portrayal, but it was a turning point for Cavill, and for audiences who now associate him with roles far removed from the Tudor court. Whether you're a history buff or a casual viewer, the show's blend of fact and fiction sparks debate, and that's the real hook. Should we prioritize entertainment over accuracy, or can a show like The Tudors inspire curiosity about the real past? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Do you think dramatized history is a disservice to the truth, or does it make the past more accessible? Let the discussion begin.